Hey animators, here's a quick video just showing you how to install and use InertiaKey. To install the tool, it's just like any other Maya script. You put it in your documents, Maya version scripts folder, restart Maya, and then you can put this little bit of code then on a shelf button, or you could assign a hotkey to it if you want. Source the mail script itself, and then run this procedure, which is the actual main function. Once you have that set up, then you can have it on a shelf, or as I say, on a hotkey if you like. To use it then, I recommend the ideal way to use it really is when you're using linear keyframes. You can use it with auto tangents as well, but you probably won't find it to work well with stepped keys, because what it does, like if I kind of break it down, it's going to calculate how the object has moved over the last few frames based on where you are now. So if I want to copy the motion, say, over these last 3 frames, what I do is just go forward 3 frames and use it. I hit the button there. And basically what it does is it looks where you are now, goes, okay, I'm 3 frames from the previous key. So look back 3 frames from that key and then see how much it has moved. That sounds complicated probably, but it's quite simple in principle. Same thing if I go forward here. Its whole thing is just trying to keep the thing moving constantly. Where you have to be careful though is if I go forward too far, like I've only got 6 keys here between 1 and 7. If I go forward to here and run it, the result will be a bit weird. It'll slow down because it's now looking back in negative frames. It's looking back too far, and it's, the object isn't moving before frame 1. So just keep that in mind. With a little bit of practice, you'll probably find it's pretty intuitive. But basically what you're doing is, if you want to take this entire movement, then you would go forward the same amount, so go forward 6 keys, and then you'll get a perfect in between. If you don't want to just take the movement of the last 2, that range there, then just go forward 2 frames. The other thing that's nice about it is you don't have to just take all the keys. If you wanted to say just take the X keys, if I just delete this key again, you can just highlight that like a normal tweener tool. You can just highlight the X channel and use it, and now it'll only apply inertia to that value. Same thing if you've got like rotations going on. You can have it only do translation. So now it's not doing the rotation. Or alternatively, you could have it only do the rotation if you wanted, without the translation. With nothing selected in the channel box, it'll do everything. So you can use it on, people, arms swinging, all sorts of things. Like I'm using a very simple example here with a cube, just to make it super easy to see. But if you look in the graph editor, then what it's doing, if you, as I say, ideally work with linear keys because you'll find it'll give cleaner results. But you'll see it's taking the value that was between this range and this range and just extrapolating that forward, basically. I hope that helps. I hope you find it useful. Cheers.